Well, good evening, afternoon, everyone. I know I missed my coffee talk last weekend. My in-laws, we were moving them, and today I am doing a little bit afternoon tea talk, different kind of tea. What was going through my mind today as I was prepping for this is the idea about that we're a continual work in progress. And from what I wanted to share is I've been doing this for 31, 32 years now, working on myself. And, in Omega, we talk about being compassionate and kind and accepting and unconditional love and practicing finding value in things. And you would think that I've been doing it for 31 years, so I should be a master at it, right? No. I'm here to tell you that, there are times when there's been a handful of people in my life that, get my goat or push my buttons. And I'm aware that it's because whether they're doing something, whether they're lying, which is a big thing for me, or manipulating, or the way they're mistreating somebody. And, it all comes down to that somebody is doing something different than what I think they should do. Like, my core values should be everybody's core values, and if you're not following my values, roar. And that's really hard to admit, to recognize that even though I've been practicing this for a while, I still struggle. And yet it's good that you admit that, because we recognize that there's still work to be done. I don't want to walk around arrogantly saying, I never do any of that, because that's a lie in itself. I mean, I'm still a human being, and I have temperaments and emotions and, the days. And I don't even want to say it's not when I'm not sleeping or hungry or hangry, because those things do affect us as well. But it's also when I'm caught off guard. I was thinking mostly when I encounter someone that mistreats another individual, that loyalty in mind, protective nature, I want to go in and swoop in, and I have to remember, not my story. And I don't know what karma is working out there. Of course, if there's a physical injury, naturally I would want to step in and prevent that. But when there's verbal bickering and bantering in front of me, and it has nothing to do with me, I have to remember to just listen with a kind ear and not take sides. And so I guess I just wanted to share with you that I still struggle with it, and hopefully inspire you that even if you don't get it, it's okay. Just recognize, get it next time. I guess that's what I would do. Get it next time. And and not to be too blatant about it, like, no big deal, I'll just get it next time. I mean, with earnest, that I recognize, I missed that. I missed an opportunity right there. One thing that I was taught many years ago, as an evening review, before you go to sleep at night, to review your day and see how you did. Start from the moment you're about to lay down or sit in bed, and then work your way backwards throughout the day and monitor and check and see, how did you do? Was there any angst or any upset? Did you have a good day? Did you react? And the concept is to review your day, not because you want to beat yourself up, but just to remind yourself there's work to be done, and to acknowledge when you did really good. And also, oops, I missed that one, and make a mental note. I gotta remind myself to catch that next time. Again, this is why we call it the work. Every day is the work, and practicing the work only makes us better. I can say with all honesty that I am much, much better than I was 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years. Then, I can look back and recognize, I'm not reacting as much as I used to. Granted, there are still some people, and I recognize that, and I know that, and I just have to remind myself, compassion. Just continue with compassion. Back in the late 90s, early 2000s, there was really popular the pocket rocks. People would carry around crystals or worry stones or something to remind yourself, and it always makes me think of a talisman. Native American uses this idea that you imbue an object with a soul or spirit or an identity or an energy that you want to remind yourself in. And so you can have that It could be anything, a necklace, a rock, a twig even, just something that when you hold on to it, you remember, oh yes, this is to remind me to do X, Y, Z. And so I used to actually have a crystal heart, a rose quartz heart in my pocket. I would carry it around with me to remind myself compassion. And as I start to get a little, I'd grab that little thing, put it in my hand, and so I could be sitting in a meeting and just put it in my hand and just breathe and remind myself compassion. So the little techniques like that, little tricks like that can be very helpful. Most importantly, I want to remind ourselves that we are still a work in progress, and not to beat yourself up if you didn't get it. Recognize that, hey, I recognize I missed it, and okay, I've got another I'm certain I will have another opportunity to take that on. So thank you for joining me this afternoon. It's lovely here in Arizona. Wherever you are, I hope that you're having a wonderful day. And to remind you, Omega One is now up for registration. We have people already enrolling. There was an issue with the Eventbrite side, but that's all been taken care of now, so you should be able to register. Oh, and then one request I have, if you're registering multiple people, like a spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatnot, please register them singularly so that it's good for registration. This way we can see the names, because otherwise it's just going to say 2 tickets and we don't know who the other person's name is. I look forward to seeing you on Monday when we have another Inspiration Omega Insight, and I really am excited about getting back into the classroom. It's 1 month. We'll be starting 1 month from today. Until then, have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy the beautiful weather wherever you are, and I will talk to you then. Bye now.